So in today's video, we are going to see how you can create your own dynamic WhatsApp flow so that you don't have to create your WhatsApp flow manually from the interface, but you can create your own WhatsApp flow using the API, update your flow and publish your flow from the API itself. So let's say, for example, if I come to my WhatsApp and type hello, now the flow which I am getting, this flow is not created by me in my UI. It is created dynamically using the API. If I click on the choose your travel package, all the package I am getting, if I show you, I have a Google Sheet. From this Google Sheet, all the packages are coming. So in future, if you create any more package over here, it will dynamically start reflecting in your flow. You don't have to go to manually and change your flow JSON in your Meta UI. So if this sounds interesting, this is what we are going to build in today's video. So before wasting much time, let's get started. This video is the part of the WhatsApp flow series where you understand what is WhatsApp flow, what is WhatsApp flow JSON, how to have your own static WhatsApp flow, how to connect your WhatsApp flow with the endpoint, and the last video of today, how to create your own WhatsApp flow dynamically using API. So if you require anything else, just let me know in the comment box or in my community. I'll help you out and I'll create video for that. So to create the WhatsApp flow, update the WhatsApp flow, I'm going to use the N10. And there is a crazy deal going on in the N10 right now if you want to do the self-hosting for yourself. You can go to the Hostinger and there is a 60% off going on right now. And I'm using this Hostinger for more than one and a half year. And I have never faced the issue as of now. And I'm using the version as KVM2 over here. You can choose any plan over here. And I'll be giving you the link. With this link, you will get additional 10% off. If you choose the 24 month or 12 month, then go to the coupon code and type Lakshit 10 and apply it and you will get additional 10% off. So once you have your N10, create the flow, because this is the flow which we are going to build today. And this video is divided into the 3 parts. First part, we are going to create the flow using API. Okay, so for that thing, what we'll do, let's come over here. This is the first step which we're going to do. First, let's add some variables over here. You can add the flow name over here. Where is it? It is called as travel package, and we have version over here. This is the latest Meta version API which we are using. Then we have the WhatsApp business account ID over here. Okay, and if you don't know how to get this WhatsApp business account ID, you can go to your app which you created in the Meta. Then over here you'll be seeing the WhatsApp business account ID and copy it and paste it over there. Let's execute this step. And now we need to create flow using API. So we are using this URL over here, okay, where we can see the graph.facebook.com. Then we are specifying the version which is 24.0. Then we have the WhatsApp business account ID /flow over here, okay. Then connect your header auth. Then inside the form body type, we are using form URL encoded, and we have the name over here, whatever name we just passed. And the category is other, whatever other category you want to choose, you can choose it. Once we have all this thing, we'll execute the step. And now it is giving me error. Don't worry, because I have used the same particular name to create the flow. That's the reason I'm getting this error. So what I'll do, I'll come back and change the name over here. Let's make it packages, okay. And let's go and now create the flow. So now as you can see, it just passed over here, success equal to true. So once we have created our flow, let's go to the flow part and let's refresh it. And as you can see, our travel packages has been created over here. So we are very much interested in this particular flow ID part. So just copy this flow ID and keep it somewhere safe, or you can get this flow ID from over here as well. Okay. Once we have our flow ID, so now it's time to enter our flow JSON, which we want to show in our WhatsApp flow. Okay. So for that, we have a schedule trigger. You can have a schedule trigger or whatever logic you want to have as a trigger, you can have it. For the demonstration purpose, I'm using this schedule trigger over here. And now what data we are filling? We are filling this travel data as you see in the intro part out there, where we can see there is a title, there is a description, and there is an image which we can see. Okay, so this is the normal sheet we have created. We have the ID. This is very important. It should be unique. We have title, description, URL, and this image should always be in the base 64 format. That's the reason we can see this thing over here. Now to prepare the data, let's come over here. Let's get row from the sheet. So we'll execute this thing. And now we are getting all the row which we have. Then we have the loop over item. So we'll loop one item one by one. So we have if node over here. If our image already exists, it means the image is already connected into base 64. Then we don't need to do all these steps over here. Okay. And if it is not there, then we need to do these steps. So for that purpose, let me add one more item. Let me come over here. Let me add this item where image does not exist. So we'll come and paste it over here. As you can see, image does not exist. So for that thing, we'll come over here, again run this thing. Now we'll get the 4 items. Okay. So and we'll now click this part over here. Now as you can see, for the last image, everything is happening. So I'll tell you what is happening right now. So for the last item, what we got all these things over here where image is empty. And now we are getting the image data from this. So binary data we are getting. So we can see This is the image over here, but as you can see, it is a big image. It is a kind of a 2.87 MB image, and that is not at all advisable to pass this big image in the WhatsApp flow out there. So we'll resize this image. We are using the reduced image, so we are using the width as 150 and height as 150. So from 2.87 MB, it got converted to just 9.19 KB, and that is enough for our WhatsApp. So as you can see, it is loading fast and it is pretty good over here. Once we have that, now it's time to convert this image into the base64 format. So we are using this extract from file node, and we are using the operation called as move file to base64 string, and we have the input binary data as a data from here, and the destination output field is data over here. We'll execute this tab, and we can see we are getting this base64 data over here. Once we have that thing, we'll store this base64 inside our Google Sheet out there. So we are using the same kind of a update row operation over here. We're using the row number ID, and we're putting this data. Now if you go to the sheet, we can see we have our own base64 ID over here. So once we have this thing, now we have the 4 item over here, but we don't require 4 items. We are done whatever things we need to do. So we'll limit this item to one part, so that only one operation can carry out. Okay, so once that is done, so now it's time to set some field over here. We have the flow ID which we got from there, so we'll paste the particular flow ID. Okay, and now this is a flow JSON. This is the kind of a outering part of the flow JSON, where we can see we have data source over here which is not there. We need to fill this data source with the information which we got from the Google Sheet. But this is the outering part, where we can see we have the screen ID, the title part over here, terminal, because it is only going to have only one screen. Then the layout type is a single column layout. And if you don't know how does this flow JSON work, don't worry, I have created a dedicated video telling how does this flow JSON work. You can watch it over here. And now we have the Reddit button group type over here. Okay, and we have the data source. We need to fill this part over here. Then we'll execute this tab. As you can see, it has been properly executed. Now we need to get all the entry from the Google Sheet. We'll get all the entry from the Google Sheets. Okay, now we need to only keep the column which is required. So for our case, we are not requiring now this image underscore URL column. So we'll remove that. We require ID column, title column, description, and image. We don't require row number and image URL. Okay, once you have that column, and then we need to fill all the particular information inside the data source out there. So as we saw in the set field, we have the data source over here. We need to fill this part. So for that thing, we return this code over here. You can copy paste same code. So as you can see, we have filled all the data source part over here. This is the same field name which required by the flow JSON out there. So we use the same field name. So once we have that thing, now we need to convert this particular JSON into the particular JSON file out there. So we're using this convert to file and convert to JSON, and more we're using each item to separate file. And if I execute this step, we're using the file name as well. Now you can see our JSON has been particularly created. Now we need to pass this JSON file to the API call. Now we're using this API call over here, where you can see we are calling the same kind of API, where we have the assets over here. Okay, but we are using the flow ID over here, which we got when we created the flow out there. And now we are using the form data, where we are passing the name as flow.json. Okay, then form data, we are passing flow underscore JSON asset type. You can keep both the same, you don't need to change, but the main thing we require is a binary data over here, where you can see this is a data type, which is a data type over here. If I execute this step, let me go to the flow now. This is the earlier flow which got created by default. Now we got success equal to true. Now if I refresh this part, now you can see we are getting the data which we just created. So as you can see, this is the data which we just created. This is the flow JSON. So as you can see, we are getting what we wanted with the proper images and all. Once that is done, we'll confirm is it true or not. It is true. Then we'll go ahead and then we'll publish that particular flow. So for publish also, same API we are using. It's a post API, and everything is same. Instead of asset, it's called /publish, and there is nothing to pass over here. And we'll execute this step. Now if I go to the flow again, initially it was in draft. We got success. Now if I refresh, we can see it is published out there. So that's how simple it is to create the flow using API and published the flow using API and update the flow using API. And now once that is done, so now we'll come over here. Now we need to send the flow using the API. This is a similar step which we have done in our flow series out there. Okay, so now let's come over here. We have this thing. So let me execute this step. So now when I executed this step and I send hello in my phone, I got this particular flow JSON which we just created. In this add variable part, everything will remain same. Just we need to pass the particular flow ID which we just created. Okay, and now we are checking, is this a flow response or normal message from which we are getting from the user. Since it is a normal message, that's the reason we are using this HTTP method, where we are calling this particular URL to just pass the flow part over there. So we can see we're using this particular whole message over here, which we have seen earlier as well, where it's kind of an interactive type, where the type is equal to flow, then we're passing the image over here, in the text body, in the footer, and in the flow ID, we are passing the flow ID and the CTA which we want to choose. And now in the package, as you can see, we can click on the choose your travel package, and now I'll be seeing all the package over here. Let me come and execute the workflow. Let me choose any one of the workflow and click on continue. And now I'll be getting that particular call. And now we'll be getting a message in the WhatsApp as well saying that package you selected is Mountain Adventure. Now from the push message, we are getting the particular message. Okay. And now in the flow, we are checking, is this a kind of a interactive type? It is a kind of an NFM reply. It means it is a kind of a response from the flow. And now from Google Sheet, we are checking all the kind of entries. Okay. And now we are matching the entry. So from the NFL reply, we can see we are getting a response as package equal to 2. Now we, from the Google Sheet entry which we are getting, we are checking which package has ID equal to true, and that particular title we are passing. So the title we are getting over here, and we are sending a normal message saying that the package you selected is this particular package. I hope you understood how does this dynamism work and how easy it is to handle this particular Flow.json API over here. It is very simple to create the API, update the API, and publish the API. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, please press the like button. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care.